Hello friends, welcome to today's video. I'm doing something a little bit different and I'm making some fun little charms to match some sequin mixes. By the time this video is up, I would have already come and gone, but I'm visiting some friends in BC and I wanted to make them some little gifts, and I thought it'd be fun to give them a mix from my shop and then create a charm to match along with it. So I'm just showing you my stash and what I'm working with. And we'll kind of go from there. So I have two mixes here from my shop. One of them is called Sully and the other is called Mickey. And I'm getting little containers and putting beads and charms and things in the container that will match the sequin mix. Just to kind of to kind of narrow it down a little bit, because having all of these beads and charms is very overwhelming. So I'm just looking through everything and seeing what will go well. I want to make this one a little bit of a Disney theme, but I don't really have any Disney specific charms or anything. So I'm just picking out what I think might match well and look good on a charm. This mix has red, black, and white in it, and Mickey heads, black and white polka dots, and it actually also has some pink in it. You can't really tell, but it does have a little bit of pink. It also has gold as well. I really wanted to use these stars because stars, go well with Disney. So I pulled out a few gold stars. Again, gold is in the mix, so I wanted to match it. And then my other mix has silver in it. So those are the beads I pulled, and then we're going to pull some for this mix as well. This one is called Sully, inspired by Sully from Monsters, Inc. But I think this mix is pretty fun. Again, it's up on my website. You can use the code YouTube20 and it'll get you 20% off any orders from my shop, excluding Sequin Mix subscriptions. So I'll have that all linked down below if you're interested in getting your hands on some of these mixes. I also have been selling some other fun things like sequin mix boxes and sequin pouches. Just having a lot of fun, and yeah, it's really good. So yeah, pulling all of the purples and blues and silvers that I have, and putting them in these little containers. I don't show the entire process of making these charms because, well, for one, this isn't really a tutorial. I could do a tutorial. I think, did I do one on, oh, it was in a class. I think, yeah, I taught how to make these charms or something like these charms in a class. That was it. Yes. I do teach online classes, so that is where I taught it. I for a second I thought it was on Patreon, but Patreon I did a Traveler's Notebook tutorial. Yeah, that I'm just trying to get my memory straight. That was it. But if you do want a tutorial, let me know and I can do it step by step in real time. But for now you kind of get the idea of it, and I don't show it all because it's a very, very slow process, but I show you the beginning of it and then I do the rest off camera because, yeah, like I said, it's a very slow process. So it would be very boring to watch. Just pulling a few more there that I saw, and then we're going to get started. So I have this like chain thing. I don't even know what it's called. Chain. And I have a jump ring or jump rings, and also lobster clasp. I cut it a little bit bigger than I needed it to be because it doesn't look that big when you cut it, but then once you start adding beads, it becomes very long. So I'm going to start adding the beads now with the different pliers and tools that I have. I just got them from Michael's, just like a basic like tool set for beading. And going to pick out a few that I want to start with, and I usually start out with picking the bottom one that'll kind of dangle the longest. Sorry, I'm battling a little bit of a cold. I'm just getting over it when I'm recording this. I'm just on the tail end of it, so need to pause a little bit to get a Kleenex, but otherwise I'm feeling mostly okay. So yeah, just picking out the different charms here. I wanted to add a cat one because this is going to my friend who has and loves cats just like I do, so I wanted to put a cat one on there. And There are a couple others I picked out that kind of reminded me of Disney a little bit. There was a rose. I don't remember if I ended up putting that on, but like there's a rose and a bow that kind of looked like Minnie's bow. So here's the close-up, some stars. I'll do it kind of slower at the end where you'll be able to see it all, but I love how that came together. As you can see, there are a lot of beads left over. I made sure to pick more than I needed because I'd rather have more than not enough. And again, I still cut this one way too long, much longer than it needed to be. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick out the bead that I want on the bottom, which usually is like the biggest bead. I don't know if that's just something, I don't know. I don't know why I do the biggest bead on the bottom, but I do. Gonna get that lobster clasp and the, oh, my brain is forgetting all of the names of things now. Oh, my brain's gone to mush with this cold, I swear. Yeah, I'm going to use my tools to open everything and attach it all. Oh my gosh, this is a terrible voiceover. This is terrible. But definitely can look up different charm tutorials on YouTube. If you want me to do a full-on in real time tutorial of how to put it together, I can do that. Sorry, I was out of frame a little bit. You really have to concentrate when making these things so you don't screw it up. Not that it's hard, you just really have to concentrate and take your time. It's a very slow process. Especially if you don't have all the beads wire wrapped. Not all of my beads were wire wrapped because I was picking out like different colors that I wanted that matched it. And you can see how perfectly these beads match the sequin mix. I was shocked how perfectly I was able to get it to match. But there's some really fun charms in there. There's one from Cheryl's shop. There is these gummy bear ones, some stars. I matched the silver stars in the sequin mix with the ones on the charm. So that's what that looks like, and I'm really happy with both of them. Just wanted to give you close-ups of how they look, and yeah. So like I said, there's a discount code down below for my sequin mix shop. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!